Hi there, Reggie Green here. You are out with me in nature. I'm on a field and you can see there are little sheeplings that are enjoying their early evening here in Denmark. And we are riding August 15th, not a particularly good day. It's been raining, it's been humid, it has been humid. And now that the energies are kind of settled a little bit. What I want to talk about is, well, it's a little bit about having the boot on the ground and at the same time doing the progression work and connecting to the other realities, as being in that schism between the inner worlds and the outer worlds. And that's why I'm doing this little video here where you will see nature while I'm talking. It's a very pretty nature, right? So that is this oddity where you kind of say, well, let me put it this way. A lot of stuff is happening in the other realities that are connected to our reality field. And this world that you and I are part of, that's frequency based. And then we have the other worlds around us that are imbued with holographic energetic reality systems that are working in very different ways than what we have inside this reality. So that's one thing that we are dealing with when we're talking about having the double awareness and working with reality as it truly is. And that means both seeing this world for what it is, whatever that means, whatever narrative that we find to be the most prudent one for us, whether it is the narrative that I have suggested or it's a dissimilar narrative that is in alignment with what you feel works for you and how you want to perceive reality. There are many different ways of perceiving reality, and this is where we understand it's a spectrum. Reality is a spectrum of realities. So it's not just one reality, it's multiple realities. And there are these similar approaches to what reality is and what it isn't. And the best way I can put it, as I've talked about other places as well, is that when we have the crafts that are coming in and out of our reality, that's where we really begin to understand there are actually other types of worlds connected to this reality. And the only reason why we don't see it yet is because we are stuck in general relativity and the sciences of general relativity, including physics as we know of it, and has been taught that this is the way that the world works. And it might work for the 4 to 5%, 4% of the macro level as we know of it, and going into the 5% with the new divisions of the subparticles. So we are expanding slowly but surely, but in the wrong direction, I would say. But if we go out in the outer skirts, as in kind of traveling out into space, will that then give us the ability to look into the other realms? No, actually not, unless we learn how to, as it's been said in most future movies, do hyper jumps. And what would hyper jump actually mean? That would mean to shift energetic configuration from frequency based and into holographic energetic, or density based as we call it, because they mostly work with the configurations of radiation as well as vibrational types of energies that are working together with holographic energetic units. So that's a different type of science that we will embark on. So what is the little piece of information here? I'm not going to do a very, very long podcast. I'm just pondering upon the conundrum of being in this world and at the same time having access to the other worlds and some of the things that are going on right now. There is, whether or not it's real, whether or not it's actually happening, or is part of this socio-genetic experiment that are being run on certain groups within the human population, of which I am, of course, one, not by own free will, not whatsoever. Is it done by alien factions? Some of it is. Is it done by future humanities? Some of it is. Is it done by groups from the past? That's also part of the project that's going on. So we could say those of us who are unfortunate under these rules and these systems and these projects, we are divided between the past, present and the future of what's going on in this world as well as in the worlds around us. So that's also part of the equation when we talk about, okay, what is reality and what's going on here, and what is our position in that, and how do we play with that double awareness of being caught up in an inner world that is so dissimilar to the outer world once we have breached the dimensional barriers and begin to work with the other worldly realms that are around us, and then the outer reality and whatever we encounter there and experience as part of this reality, which is a bit of a conundrum, because how do we align these two levels of information, right? How does that even align? As in, yesterday we had a very, very large old craft coming in, and it's humongous, and they're trying to anchor it in so it can stabilize the crumbling artificial fourth dimension, and by that eventually take over the artificial fourth dimension and then become the bridge to the original fourth dimension that is connected to our solar system. How's that gonna work? Will it succeed or not? And so that's some of the information I have, including how that's going to affect the different kind of configurations, the different types of energy systems, and all the things that goes with that. So that's also part of what am I to do with that information other than here sharing it. I could of course go into more details. Look at that pretty, I like that scenery here. Look at the light, so pretty. Evening light. It looks very, very nicely. That's why I'm standing at the same place. I could of course move it around a little bit, but that's a good picture right there. So I'm just jumping into something else. Point being, things are happening, things are on the move, but it's not something we haven't tried before. What is different this time is that it's going to be this massive planetary size craft that is now going to stabilize the artificial fourth. And I know that this will probably spark to life the good old Planet X or Nibiru that's coming back in. But it's not a planet, it's a craft. So I'll just leave it there with a cliffhanger. And if they succeed, we will know more. If they fail, like everybody else, well, then that was another attempt. So we'll just have to wait and see what will happen and what will unfold. And at the same time, keep our feet on the ground, enjoy reality as it is, but at the same time, continue our progression journey into the higher order awareness, from where we will learn to bridge between what is and what was and what will come. Survive reality as it is and what it transforms into, as well as surviving these different sociogenetic experiments that are unfolding inside and of us, using our higher order energy system to do so. So with that little 5th of August video, I will hereby end this one. Thank you.